Back again with the board. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. I say, spiritual teachers say, famous people say, they all tell you what to do, right? And growth, spiritual growth, it is all of those things they say. Okay? Dealing with your stuff, facing your stuff, meditating, practicing being present, being aware, being humble, submitting to Jesus Christ. All of spiritual growth is all of those things. But what is it within all of those things that makes it spiritual growth? Okay, that's what we're looking at. I like to make things simple. So we see it, so we know it, so we do it. Okay, let's go. The key to all spiritual growth is one thing: objective self-examination. Objective self-examination. If you are not objectively examining yourself in any of those things that any of the spiritual teachers, that anybody tells you what to do, you're not going to be getting any growth. You're not going to be making any changes. You're not going to be progressing anywhere in your life, because that, at the end of the day, that is the thing that is needed. Yes, you need to work at doing that. Yes, being aware allows you to be aware about you and what you're doing and why you're doing that. Being aware of the stuff, your compulsive behaviors, the energy that fuels compulsive behaviors as it comes up. If you're not aware of that, you will engage compulsively and you won't have the opportunity to not engage compulsively in those behaviors. So objective self-examination is the key, okay? And in that, you can examine your mind and the things in your mind, and you can examine your body and the feelings in your body, okay? Maybe you don't know what you're thinking, you don't know what you're feeling, so you can examine your actions, because I guarantee you, your actions always follow whatever it is you're thinking and you're feeling. Sometimes I don't know what I'm thinking and I don't know what I'm feeling, but I can sure look at what I'm doing and what I've done, and I can get a clue into something. Why? Then you start putting the pieces together. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to objectively examine a formula that is used for people to make positive change, and we're going to see how objective self-examination is at the root of this formula, and this perfect formula that we're going to use, which is the board here, the 12 steps. The 12 steps. Okay? Number 1, I got a problem. Number 2, I need help. Number 3, this guy or this thing is going to help me do it. Okay? Number 4, inventory of ourselves. Number 5, admit the exact nature of wrongs. Number 6, ready. Number 7, set. Number 8, amend. Number 9, more amends. Number 10, inventory, again, continuously. Number 11, self-examination. Number 12, share your treasure. Okay, before we want to dive into this, I just want to say this quick thing. If you're seeking, understand that you are seeking your own treasure. Okay, you're not seeking anybody else's treasure. Many people have gone before and they have sought and they have found their treasures. You're not seeking their treasures. You're seeking your own treasure according to your own map. Okay, if you're not following your own map, you will not find your own treasure. And then understand this. Once you find your own treasure, if the treasure has any value whatsoever, understand that it is only worth sharing. The value of your treasure, if it is a treasure at all, is only worth sharing. And you will know that, and you will see that, and it will become so evident if you find your treasure. That's it. Okay, let's go. All right, so the board. I don't like the board, but I needed the board. It's hard, causes problems. Okay, number 1. I got a problem. I don't even know how to do this without sounding totally idiotic, because if you can't objectively, if you can't even see the objective self-examination in the statement of I got a problem, then you probably don't got any problems. You don't need to be here. You don't need to be watching this video. You're good. And everybody else's problems they got with you, that's their problems. So they're here and you're off. You're good. You got no problems. Okay, I got a problem. If you're trying to change something, you aren't happy with something, you can't change it. If you're not trying to change something, then it means you changed it. Okay, so you got a problem. You're here, you got a problem. Or you're in your head and you're saying, hey, I got a problem. I've examined my behaviors and I can objectively say that I don't like what they're doing, so therefore, and I want to change this, I got a problem. The problem can be weighty or it can be minimal. It don't matter what your problem is, but this is the formula. And contained within this formula are the principles of objective self-examination. And the first part about wanting to change anything is to say, hey, look, I got a problem. And you got to objectively examine and observe that that problem or that behavior is causing a problem in your life. Sometimes that's difficult because denial is the enemy of objectivity. Okay? Equanimity. I'm not 100% sure what that word means, but it's a word that I've heard used to describe objectivity. And if I had to guess, I would say equanimity means making all things equal. And when you make all things equal, it means you're removing something out of the equation, because the I is the great divider. And if there's an I present, everything filters through I. And if I don't like that, I'm not going to look at it. I don't need that. And things become unequal. So remove the I. Look at all things equally in terms of, is this helpful or is this not helpful? Is this productive? Is this destructive? Right? So, okay, my behavior is destructive. Okay, it's not really helpful. Okay, I got a problem. I got a problem. Objective self-examination right there. Number 2, I need help. Clearly, if you got a problem and you can't solve it by yourself, you need help. That is just the next logical step. You know, they made them 12. They don't really need to be 12. Okay, but anyways, you need help. If you got a problem, you need help. Well, who's going to help you? Something needs to help you. Go to a meditation course. Go to a counselor. Hey, open up your Bible. Pray to God. Ask the universe, hey, I need help, and this guy, Jesus Christ, this guy, my counselor, this guy, this meditation course, this guy, Sadhguru, this guy, Eckhart Tolle's book, this guy, this thing, whatever, it's going to help me, okay? It's going to help me. If you really need help, if you really got a problem and you really need help and you're really trying to solve it, you'll find the guy, your compass, your map will take you to the thing, take you to the person, take you to the guy that's going to help you solve it. Okay, and if the guy don't help you solve it, you're going to find another guy, and he's going to help you solve it, okay? Or whatever that thing is. So in AA, it's AA. In NA, it's NA. See, the formula. It's the formula. Okay, sure, yeah. I'm going to go to the program to get this formula, to examine myself, to fix my problem. The next part, once you have accepted that some guy's going to help you, some guy who has more power than you with dealing with this stuff, then you got to start looking at it. Objective self-reflection, inventory of ourselves, inventory of all my past actions, inventory of the effects of other things that other people have done to me and how that has influenced my behavior, inventory of why I think I do the things I do, inventory of what doing the things I have done, how they led me to this place where I'm at. This is all objective self-examination right here. You're looking at it. You're just looking at all of it. right? That's it right there. Admitting the exact nature of the wrongs. Well, after you do all this objective self-examination, you should start to be seeing some pictures and some patterns and some things come together, right? The exact nature of my wrongs is looking for satisfaction outside of myself. That is the exact nature of my wrongs. Step 6, and I'm going to admit it to the whole internet right now. Anytime I start looking for satisfaction from another person, from a substance, from an object, and I stop looking for satisfaction from within, if I stop giving myself the power to understand and realize that I can be at peace with myself, or if not I, then God or my higher power can give me these tools, can help me to be satisfied, boom. That's what you'll see. That's what you'll see right there. Because remember, this guy, he's going to help me. Whoever this guy is to you, he's going to help me get out. And I'm in here because I was looking for satisfaction, for fulfillment. I was looking for him in all these other places, right? Basically, or whatever the exact nature of your wrongs are for you, right? That was mine. Okay, so what yours are depends on the patterns and the conclusions that you draw from your inventory. It's going to point you in the direction that you need to go when you're not quite sure what your map and your compass are saying, right? And the next, get ready, get set, amend. This is where that objectivity starts to come into play here. When we wrong somebody, or we make a mistake in our life, or we do something and we mess up, and we can admit it to ourselves and to another human, that's being objective. That's being ultimately objective. We're examining ourselves, and we're taking that objectivity to the next step. We're taking it out of ourselves and we're putting it on to other people. We're saying, I did this to you. I am sorry I did this to you. There was no justification. I did it. That is the ultimate form of objectivity, and when you take that and you apply it, it is very healing. It is very healing. It's so healing, because denial, oh man, denial is food for my ego. My ego does not live in objectivity. It lives in total denial, because there is no I. There is no I. This I up here, he's not real. He is the personality formed from the culmination of all my experiences and my addictive demands as a result of those experiences. He ain't real. All right. More amend. More amend. Self-examination. Objective self-examination. Inventory again continuously. Self-examination. Objective self-examination. Step 11. Sought through prayer, meditation, conscious contact with our higher power to seek to know the will for what he has for us in our life. Okay? Whatever you do, it don't even matter, because you're going to die. But you know what? You need to examine yourself and connect with your higher power through examining yourselves objectively to get there. Okay? And then, after going through this process of objective self-examination and realizing the truth, or the truth relative to whatever your problem is, if you did the work, you will gain your treasure, and then you get to share that treasure with others. Okay. I don't really know. Wrap up. Okay. So what do we see from this? We see a couple different things. You can't grow without self-examining. You can't grow without looking at yourself objectively. If you're going to cry about who you are and what you've done, you're not doing good. If you're going to just avoid certain things and only look at the good things that you've done, you're not really going to get there. You got to look at all of it in its totality, okay? And realizing that nobody's perfect. Like, we all have this junk in us. People gave us all this junk growing up. People abused us. People didn't know how to raise us. You know, things happened. You know, I mean, that's just part of life. You know, we can't escape that part of life. But the more that we accept it, and the more we look at what it is in its totality that we have to accept in regards to everything that's been given us in this life, the more we can then free ourselves from the apparent binds that that conditioned reality has on us. And then we can share our treasure, what we found by accepting the reality, with others. Because that's what it's all about. Like, somebody puts hurt on you as a child. You carry that hurt your whole entire life. It wasn't your fault. Like, but that hurt is contagious. And you spread that hurt to all these other people. You're creating a chain of hurt. And each action, each person is a link in that chain. Break the chain, right? Look at yourself. Look at what happened. Look at what it causes you to do. Understand from the wisdom of objective self-examination that it wasn't your fault. And you're keeping it alive by not looking at it. So break the chain, and then, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was mean to you. Not because somebody was mean to me, but because I was mean to you. I was just mean to you. That's all. That's all. Whoa. Then you'll heal them. You'll help them break their chains, right? That's what it's all about, guys. That's what it's all about. You have to be present. You have to have enough consciousness or be aware enough to realize that and see that. But you have to be looking at yourself. You can look at your thoughts, you can look at your feelings, your body, or you can look at your actions. It don't matter. I mean, look at all three. Freaking A. All right. Well, back again another time. Thanks for watching.